Have you ever been in a situation where it seemed impossible to win someone's sympathy? Or have you ever felt the pressure to make a good impression quickly, but didn't know where to start? In this video, I'll show you practical and simple techniques that can completely transform your interactions, making anyone like you in a matter of minutes. Imagine the impact this will have on your personal life, your professional life, your dating life, or even in casual situations. When you know how to instantly connect with others, doors will open and opportunities that once seemed far away will become within your reach. This video will give you the tools to create these connections in an authentic and natural way. If you've ever had moments when you wished you could be more memorable, attract the right attention, or avoid that feeling of discomfort in social interactions, keep watching. I'll show you the secrets that can completely change the way you relate to people. Before you start, subscribe to the channel and like the video if this topic interests you, and stay until the end to receive an extra tip. Creating quick, genuine connections is an essential skill for achieving success in many areas of life. Think about important moments like a job interview, a business meeting, or even a date with someone special. What happens in the first few minutes of these interactions can determine the entire future of that relationship. First impressions are lasting impressions, and often, you don't get a second chance to make a good impression. When you can get someone to like you quickly, doors open. People are naturally attracted to people who make them feel good. This could mean getting promoted faster at work, making friends more easily, or even being seen as a more charismatic and trustworthy person. Plus, as you master this skill, you'll find that your confidence in social situations increases, making those interactions much less stressful. If you've ever been in situations where you wish you could be more engaging, or felt like your social interactions weren't going as smoothly as you'd like, this video is for you. I'll show you why it's important to master the art of creating instant connections and how it can transform your personal and professional life. You'll always be ahead of the curve, gaining more opportunities and creating deeper bonds with the people around you. The first technique to make anyone like you in minutes is to master the power of smiling and body language. Before you even say a word, the way you present yourself visually can say a lot about you. Smiling is a universal tool for connecting. When you genuinely smile at someone, it conveys friendliness, approachability, and creates a positive atmosphere almost instantly. It's like a nonverbal signal that says, "I like you, and you can like me too." In addition to smiling, your posture and gestures also speak volumes. Maintaining open body language, such as keeping your arms relaxed, your chest slightly forward, and avoiding crossing your arms, creates a sense of openness. When you appear approachable and confident, people naturally feel at ease around you. Maintaining friendly, non-intimidating eye contact is also crucial to demonstrating genuine interest in the person you're interacting with. Demonstrate how this works in practice. Imagine you're at a meeting or social event. If you walk in with your head down, a closed expression, and no eye contact, people might perceive you as closed off or even indifferent. Now, visualize yourself walking into that same space with a smile on your face, making friendly eye contact, and an open posture. The difference is clear: people will want to interact with you. So remember, smiling and body language are your first attraction tools. The second technique to win anyone's heart in minutes is to practice active listening and show genuine interest in what the other person has to say. People like to feel heard and valued, and the quickest way to build a connection is to show that you genuinely care about what they are saying. When you listen actively, you not only hear the person's words, but also pay attention to the tone of voice, facial expressions, and emotions behind what they are saying. To practice active listening, start by maintaining eye contact and avoid getting distracted by other things, such as your cell phone or the environment around you. Instead of thinking about what you are going to say next, focus on what the other person is saying. Show that you are paying attention through verbal and nonverbal cues, such as small nods of your head, and using expressions such as, "I see," "really," or "that's interesting." This makes the person feel validated and understood. Another essential part of active listening is asking open-ended, relevant questions to deepen the conversation. For example, if the person is talking about a project at work, ask, "How did you feel about tackling this challenge?" or "What did you enjoy most about the process?" This shows that you are not only interested in the conversation, but also in their experience and emotions. When people sense that you are genuinely interested in what they have to say, they immediately feel more connected to you, which creates a solid foundation for a positive and lasting interaction. So practicing active listening and showing genuine interest not only makes the person like you more, but it also creates an interaction where they feel important, which is one of the greatest drivers of likability in human. The third powerful technique for quickly winning someone over is mirroring. Mirroring is a psychological technique that involves subtly imitating another person's body language, tone of voice, and even gestures. When done naturally and without seeming forced, it creates a sense of comfort and connection. People tend to feel more comfortable with people who look like them, and mirroring is an effective way to demonstrate this subconscious similarity. To begin using mirroring, pay attention to how the other person behaves physically. If they are gesturing expansively, you can follow suit with similar gestures, but without exaggerating. If they are sitting relaxed, cross your legs or maintain a similar posture. The same goes for tone of voice. If the person is speaking calmly and slowly, match that rhythm in your speech. If they are more animated, you can increase the energy level of your communication a little. In addition, mirroring can also be applied to language. Repeating or paraphrasing what the person said helps to demonstrate that you are paying attention to the conversation. For example, if someone mentions a specific problem, you might respond with something like, "I see, so what you're saying is that the biggest challenge was keeping the team motivated, right?" This makes them feel understood and reinforces the connection. The key to mirroring is subtlety. If done too much, it can seem like you're obviously imitating the person, which can be uncomfortable. However, when used in moderation, mirroring creates an almost immediate bond, as it makes the other person feel like you're on the same page. This builds trust and brings people closer together in an almost instinctive way. The fourth technique for getting anyone to like you quickly is simple but extremely effective: encourage them to talk about themselves. Research shows that people love to talk about their own experiences, interests, and feelings. When you give someone space to share more about themselves, it activates pleasure zones in their brain, creating a positive association with you. To apply this technique, start by asking open-ended questions that encourage the person to talk more. Instead of short answer questions like, "Did you have a good day?" try questions like, "What did you enjoy doing most today?" or "What projects are you excited about right now?" This invites the person to open up and share more personal details. The more they talk about themselves, the more connected they will feel to you. Show genuine interest in what the person is saying without interrupting or changing the focus of the conversation to you. If they're telling a story about something they're passionate about, use phrases like, "Tell me more about that," or "That sounds fascinating. How did you get involved in that?" Also, when you notice their enthusiasm, show them that you're following along with phrases like, "That's so interesting," or "Wow, that must have been amazing." This makes them feel valued and understood. The more you encourage someone to talk about their passions and experiences, the more they'll feel that the conversation is positive and engaging. In the end, they'll leave the interaction with a highly favorable impression of you, even if you didn't say much. By making someone feel important and heard, you create an emotional bond that strengthens their likability and connection, making this one of the most effective strategies for quickly gaining someone's trust and affection. Now, let's move on to our extra bonus tip: be vulnerable in the right way. This technique may seem counterintuitive, but being a little vulnerable in your interactions can actually strengthen your connections. When you share something personal or a small insecurity, it shows authenticity and humanity. People tend to connect more with those who are genuine and show their human side. For example, in a conversation, when talking about your experiences, you might mention a challenge you faced, such as a difficulty in a project or a mistake you made. By doing this, you not only make yourself more approachable, but you also encourage the other person to open up and share their own experiences. This exchange of vulnerability creates a deeper emotional bond and helps solidify the connection between you. By applying these 5 techniques, smiling and body language, active listening, mirroring, encouraging others to talk about themselves, and strategic vulnerability, you'll not only be able to win anyone's heart in minutes, but you'll also create more meaningful and lasting relationships. In this video, you learned valuable techniques to make anyone like you in minutes. Now, the real magic happens when you put this knowledge into practice. I want you to pick a specific situation where you'd like to apply these tips, whether it's a date, a business meeting, or even a new friendship, and start trying them out today. Remember, authenticity is key. Don't try to force these techniques, instead, use them as guides to ease your interactions. The more you practice, the more natural and effective they will become. And as you do, you'll notice that your connections will become deeper and more meaningful. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to leave a like. This helps me know that you're enjoying it and want to see more videos like this. I also invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next tips on how to become a more powerful version of yourself. Share this video with friends and family who could also benefit from these techniques. Imagine the impact this could have on your interactions. And finally, I want to hear from you. Leave in the comments your experiences with these techniques or any questions you have about how to create more meaningful connections. I'm here to help. Remember, you now have the tools you need to transform your interactions and make anyone like you in minutes. Now, go ahead and put them into practice.